What's up guys, Hades here. I'm starting a new series called Is It Worth It? I'm going to break down cost analysis on specific expensive items in the game, some of the top tier stuff to see if you want to invest into it or not. So if it's worth it, it's going to be completely up to you. I just want to give you the facts behind something before you dive completely in. Now today's video is going to be about the Holy Dragon and should you max it to 8-8. Why the Holy Dragon? Well, essentially every top player in the game has an 8-8 Holy Dragon. And if you don't have it, you're probably never going to be at the very top of a server, of one of the main servers. And as you can see here, everyone has it. If you don't have it, you won't be at the top and you really can't compete with these players. So how much does it take? Well, we have to break it down. There's a lot of pieces to it. First, you have to level up every node here. These all take 3,000. You have to level up every single one of these minor nodes. Those take 900. And you have to increase all of these larger nodes. That costs, I believe, 8,400. Now, I did the math. There's 6 of the big ones. There's 70 little ones. And then there's 14 of the levels. And when you add them all together, you get 155,400. Now, this is a very large number, and we need to break it down even further. How many holy shards can you collect per week? And then we break that down into a total cost. So we can see here the 3 kind of best ways to get them are daily deals, Light and Shadow, and Dragon Knight. Daily deals you can buy it 6 times a week, which is why I got the 6 times 6 is 36. You get 350 per week. Shadow, if you're doing the 10 and 5s, you get 120, which costs $15. And the Dragon Knight, you get 420 for $35. That's considering the 5, the 10, and the 20. Now, if this is your kind of weekly budget, you should be able to VIP about 4 times, which is going to be 400 more shards. And so the totals come out to be just under 1,300 holy shards for $68. Now, what I did was I divided that total cost by the amount you get per week to get 120 weeks. Now I can multiply the weeks by the cost to get this very large number. So based on the math, this is about how much it would cost over a year and a half to get that Holy Dragon maxed out completely. Now, you don't need to max it completely. There's a lot of things on the edges that don't matter too much. Like if you don't get the level 8 and you just keep it 7 so that you can get the extra damage on both sides, that's good. If you don't want to go to the 3rd piece, because it only goes up incrementally, but it gets way more expensive. So if you want to have maybe like a 2/3 full dragon, it's not going to cost nearly as much. We're going to be looking at the $6,500 to $7,000 range if you want to be really stingy. Especially these middle ones where the accuracy and resilience, they're just not that important. You can kind of, reduce that a bit. So if you go down to about 100,000, this becomes about $7,000 in total. Now, there are 2 ways to speed this up, and that is Stellars and Thea. Thea's Roulette, if you spend $100, that's 100 tickets, you're gonna get about 800 shards because it's an 8% chance, and they drop 100 when you land on it. So if you include a little bit of variance, you're gonna get about 800. So you can definitely decrease the amount of weeks, but keep in mind it is gonna be a little more expensive because the value is not as good. You can see here for these kind of efficient packs, you're gonna spend $86 a week and get 13, but if you spend 100 on Thea's, you're only going to get 800. So if you want to lower the amount of weeks it costs, it is going to be more expensive in the end. So things to consider on your window of time and opportunity. How much are you willing to put in, and how much are you willing to get back? So, back to that initial question, is it worth it? The answer is, it depends. Of course, each player is on their own journey. Everyone has their own idea of what's worth it. And you have to make that decision for yourself. If you want to be a top player, you're gonna need this. To put this number into context, this is about 3-ish Chaos Immortals. Would you rather have 3 Chaos, or would you rather have a maxed out Holy Dragon? These are the questions you have to ask yourself. Do I want the best dragon in the game, which gives you flexibility, or do you want something else? But that's all for this video. I hope you found this valuable. The dragon is going to be very expensive, but maybe that's totally worth it for you if you want to be at the top of the game and compete with the big boys. But if you like these kind of videos, let me know in the comments below, and I'll catch you in the next one.